Marketing is the lifeblood of every business. It doesn't matter how good your product is, how hard you work, or how passionate you feel. If you cannot market and sell your product, you do not have a business. You simply have an idea. Peter Drucker once said, "The purpose of business is to create and keep a customer." That's it. Everything else, your office, your logo, your business cards, your operations, exists only to support that one goal. Marketing is not a department. It is not a function. Marketing is the business itself, seen from the customer's point of view. The first principle of marketing strategy is to know your customer deeply, not just their age, their gender, or their income level, but their hopes, their fears, their dreams, and their frustrations. Imagine your ideal customer as clearly as you can. Picture them sitting across the table from you. What do they want more than anything else? What problems keep them awake at night? What would they pay almost anything to solve? The more clearly you understand your customer, the more successful your marketing will be. I learned this the hard way. Early in my career, I tried to sell to everyone. And when you try to sell to everyone, you end up selling to no one. Only when I defined my ideal customer, down to the smallest detail, did my sales start to grow. The second principle is differentiation. Why should someone buy from you rather than anyone else? If you cannot answer that question instantly, your customers won't be able to either. Too many businesses look and sound like everyone else. But in a crowded marketplace, sameness is death. Your job is to stand out, to be unique, to give people a reason to choose you. Think of FedEx. They built an empire on one line, won it absolutely, and positively has to be there overnight. That simple differentiation gave them a position in the mind of the customer that no competitor could touch. The third principle is value creation. The most successful companies in the world always deliver more value than they promise. Customers are not loyal to you because you meet their expectations. They are loyal because you exceed them. I remember once purchasing a simple service where the provider went far beyond what I paid for. Not only did I become a repeat customer, but I told 10 other people about it. Value creates loyalty, and loyalty creates profits. The fourth principle is positioning. And positioning is owning a space in the mind of your customer. When people think of you, what word or phrase do they immediately connect with your business? Volvo owns the word safety. Domino's Pizza once owned the phrase 30 minutes or less. Nike owns just do it. Your goal is to decide what position you want in the mind of your customer, and then communicate it consistently, relentlessly, until it becomes yours. The fifth principle is the 80 of a 20 rule. In marketing, 20% of your customers will generate 80% of your profits. Your job is to identify those customers, the ones who love you, who buy repeatedly, who refer others, and treat them like royalty. Too often, businesses waste resources chasing every possible lead, but the smartest marketers double down on their best customers. Because when you serve your best customers better, they will multiply your business for you. The sixth principle is to test and measure everything. Marketing is both an art and a science. The art is the creativity, the message, the design, the story. The science is measurement. Which headline works best? Which advertisement produces the most leads? Which offer converts most effectively? I have met entrepreneurs who went broke because they never measured their marketing. And I have met others who built empires because they tested relentlessly and improved continuously. The seventh principle is trust. At the end of the day, people buy from people they trust. They may try you once because of an offer, but they come back and they tell their friends because they trust you. And trust is built slowly through consistency, honesty, and delivering on your promises. If you want to create lasting wealth in business, don't just focus on transactions. Focus on relationships. The eighth principle is long-term thinking. The best marketers understand that the first sale is only the beginning. The goal is not to sell once. It's to sell again and again. Lifetime customer value is the true measure of your marketing. If you spend 100 to acquire a customer, but that customer spends 100,000 with you over the next 5 years, you have a golden business. Think relationships, not transactions. So here is my challenge for you. Commit yourself to becoming a student of marketing. Study it, practice it, experiment with it. The most valuable skill you will ever develop in your career is the ability to market and sell. Because once you can attract and keep customers, you will never be unemployed, you will never be broke, and you will never be without opportunities. Remember, marketing is not something you do after the product is finished. Marketing is everything you do. It is the way you answer the phone, the way your website looks, the way you handle complaints, the way you make people feel. Marketing is the story people tell about you when you are not in the room. The future belongs to those who understand this. The future belongs to those who practice these principles every day. Know your customer. Differentiate yourself. Deliver massive value. Position yourself clearly. Focus on your best customers. Test and measure everything. Build trust. Think long term. Do this consistently. You will not only create a successful business, you will create a business that lasts. Your future customers are waiting for you. Go out, apply these principles, and give them a reason to choose you. Not someday, not when it's convenient, but today.